Hi everyone, this is Erin from Sandpaper Road, and in this video we're going to look at making great designs using your gel plate. There's a lot of companies out there on the market that have gel plates. I've had one for a while. Mine's by Gelli Arts, and it's the quote-unquote original Gelli plate. I've made my own little impressions just using a paper plate, and what I did was I took a paper plate and drew some designs just with a regular ballpoint pen and then cut them out. Okay, nothing special, nothing fancy. So if you see me using these, because the then you'll know what they're from. But the indentation in there is really neat, I think. I have a whole like drawer, one of these little plastic drawers, and I save all kinds of stuff. I've got bubble wrap, and this was from a hair coloring comb. I don't know where this came from, but I thought this would be neat. Your regular stencils, your regular just stuff you use every day. These paper doilies work great. Shapes. Out here, this was from the inside of a CD pack of burn your own CDs. This was a coffee cup or a soup lid. This was from something. I don't know, one of my kids' toys that I found without the other pieces. This is a empty roll of something. More doilies. This is from packaging from something, and this was from packaging from card making metal frames. I thought would be neat. So I have them all on hand, and then that way I can just reach as I need to. Now they're going to get a little messy, but if you're using acrylic paint, they'll dry quick. And I've got some apple barrel acrylic paint, and then this was on clearance somewhere. A lot of times when you're using this paint, you might need to get a what's it called, like a blending gel, okay, and just squirt a few drops of it to keep it from drying out. And this is the same place as you can get these. Just look down and it'll say a blending gel or something like that. This is nothing special. You cannot mess this up. This is just a few drops. I think I tend to be heavy-handed. That's what I think. And my plate is pretty big, so I almost want some white in there instead of this gray, but oh well. Maybe we'll do that next time. And then you're probably going to need a brayer. Okay. And you can roll it as much or as little as you like. Some people like to cover all the way. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Right now I think that looks pretty awesome, so I'm just going to leave that right there. And I'm going to go like this with my bubble wrap. And now this is wet, so just be mindful as you're moving around that it's wet. Okay. And we'll just see what kind of interesting things we get. Interesting impressions. Okay. I'm trying to go quick, but also give you the idea. Oops. And maybe I'll go like this too. That's neat. Just whatever I feel like. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so it's kind of cathartic. All right, and then I move all this stuff and I take my paper and I'm gonna just press it. And okay. And excuse my arm if it's in your way. Okay, it's gonna look good. Don't be concerned that we only have a little bit of paper on this one. We'll make it look awesome after that. Okay, here's the great reveal. Oh my, look at how cool that is. That is neat. Let's see here what we got. Awesome. Wow, that looks great. Now, the challenge too is finding a place to lay all your creations. Now look, this is only half, but guess what? Now we can do the other half and it'll look awesome. Let me put these off to the side and then we'll pick up right here when I come right back. Okay, let's just keep going. We pulled that off, and I'm not even gonna clean it. I'm just gonna go, this is the white that I always have on my table, and then I found some raw umber, my bad, raw umber brown. And I am not gonna waste time to clean that at all, but I will use some of this blending gel medium this time, okay? Just to show you, and it comes out goopy and just, it looks kind of icky. Okay. This looks muddy and weird, doesn't it? Muddy and weird. I know. Don't even worry about it though. Remember these from scrapbooking? They used to have this thing called color blocking. I don't know. I don't know who did that. Let's see. And let's go. Let's lift this up because that'll have that impression on it. And let's do this here. Like that. And these numbers. Yeah, that's even better. I like that better with this. And then this. Let's make this here like that. And then this up here like that. If I can get to it. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And this up here like that. That's good. Should I think I'll just go like that. And do half of it. I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, that's neat looking. Look at that. Now see the difference? I want to show you. See the difference in when I left the stencil on the gel plate and put my paper over it versus when I just pushed it and then took it off. Okay, I'll just go like this. I'll just do it again. That's exactly what I'll do. All right, neat. Oh, I love that. That looks so cool. All right, let's try again. Let's pull this off. I don't even mind the way it looks, because, you know, this is, you know what it reminds me of? Like box of candy and bunch of flowers kind of paper. Yeah, look. Now look at that. Now I continue. This was the first one we did with half, but if I can continue and I can get another pull and then I can have the whole half the same. Oh, neat. Man, I love the way that looks. I went and got this other piece of paper from the first round, and I thought with whatever's left, I'm going to, especially because I use that blending gel, and I could spray just a little bit of water on it and see what I can get as a pull from here on the rest. And I bet I'd get something. See? Something. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Can I get some more over here? Even if it's not just the whole thing, just that little impression. Can I get some more over here? Sure. Some. All right. Great. This is Folk Art Metallic Blue. Let's see. I'm going to not use as much, but I do think I want to use this blending gel a little bit because I feel like if I don't use as much, I'm going to need the gel. Let me see here. But I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to get this one that I just did. This is this half, okay? And I just want just a bit. that's lovely. And I'll grab this one that we did, and I'll do just some right here. Now I'm pushing really hard right there, and I'm not being careful really anywhere else. Look. Oh, I love it, I love it. Great. Just a little bit. And now with this one, oh, I feel like I want to do the whole thing, but I don't. I just don't. I'm going to put this down on top of it. And I'm going to go like this. This is this one. Okay. Oh, neato. Woo! Look at the, look. Look right there. You can see the flower from before. And down here. That is neato. I like it. Now we'll take this off and we'll see what we can get with the rest. This is this again, and maybe I can get the edges. Yeah, that's nice there too. I kind of like the metallic. I think it's interesting. There we go. Another thing you can do is to use a resist spray ahead of time. And this is, I really like resist sprays a lot. This is the one I had on hand. It's called Goosebump Spray, a shimmer texture spray. And I know there's a lot of different resist sprays on the market. This is just the one I had on hand. And I don't know if you could see real good if the light, oh yeah, there, the light might catch it there. I can kind of see what you see. But I caught it there for a second. But the same flower stencil pattern, there it is. See it? Just slightly. What I did was I laid it on a blank piece of white paper and then sprayed it with this Goosebump spray, and it dries to almost as if I embossed it with clear embossing powder. And then another one I did was with that same color block stencil ahead of time, and I don't know if you could just see where the light catches it, just with that spray. And then another one I did ahead of time was this one, and I just used this lace doily and laid it on top right here, and then sprayed the resist spray around it. And it's hard to see on this one, but you can kind of see hopefully where the resist, there it is, where the resist spray outlines the shape. So let's do the same technique on the plate again, but this time let's use these papers that we've resisted or sprayed with the resist spray, and let's see what we get. Oh, that didn't stay very much. This is the doily one. This is cool because look, this is from the previous one. See that, the blue? That's really neat looking. Lots of neat texture in there. Wow. That gives you a good idea of where, oh, that looks neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, the gel plate cleans really easily. You only need to spray it with water and wipe it with a baby wipe, and it cleans up super, super easy. I just leave it all painted up just because I think it's interesting. Because you get, with every pull you get some of the previous pull. That looks really, really, really awesome. But I do want some right up there too. Oh, what the heck. I was going to do it every once in a while. Now I want to do the whole thing. I love the way that looks. Really right here like this. I knew I was going to do that. That looks great. That looks a little crazy. You know what I was thinking? I have all this extra paint on here, and I wondered what would happen if I just didn't add any paint this time and just added some blending gel to it. I didn't add any paint. It was just the gel. Can we see something? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I was trying to make happen before. Just something. That's what we get. Look at the star. There. Even just using that as background paper for any scrapbook page. Wouldn't that be lovely? This was from something, the lid of something. Wow. Wow. If you are interested, you can see close-up photos and how-to instructions, details on my blog at sandpaperroad.com. You know what? I'll put a link in the description box to the close-ups for this video so that you don't just have to scroll through the whole blog. Okay, how's that? Okay, so the other thing you can do is you can use some die cuts, die cut scraps. I think I've shown you this before, but let's do like this. Okay. And you can just be a little bit more purposeful when you're cutting your die cuts. You could make a pattern, oops, you know, in the paper as you're die cutting. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Look. That is wonderful. This right here is the reason why I don't clean my plate in between. Because look, you get so many interesting color combinations. That's just neat. Yeah. Neato. Let me spray a bit of water on here. And I did use the blending gel ahead of time. And let me see what kind of a pull I can get from this now. Good. Oh, that's outstanding. That's outstanding. This is from before. Okay. Let's do this on the other side. Just a little bit more water. Go like this. Oh, I'm in love with that. Wow. Could I do this right here and pick up that strip? I sure could. How about on the end? Where is there another neat border there on the end? Just pick that up. It looks like I bought it. Looks great. This was the thing that I wanted to show you, is what to do next with these papers, because they look kind of weirdo, but they actually look just by themselves. So let's do something amazing. These are square. Oops, oh no. And let's lay them down and watch what's going to happen here. Oh my gosh, I love it already. Now we're going to take this sort of cloudy looking weird one and we're going to put it right in the center. Let's see what we have here. I hope it comes out as awesome in my, oh my goodness. Look. Oh, cool. See, we've also colored the doilies too. Okay. Now this time, I'm going to change it up just a tad. Okay. On this one. And we're gonna get another pull. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. 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 Oh wow. Look at that. Look at the yellow from the previous one. Look at the design from inside. Oh my. Whew. I bet we could get one more with this one. Oh, did you see me make this one? This wasn't the one you saw me make. How about if I use the one you saw me make? Was it this one? It's so fun. And once you buy the stuff, it's actually a wise investment, and for, I think personally, because it's not like something that just goes away. Do you know what I mean? Like you use it and you have to keep buying it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh. I want to add green to that so bad. Oh. Just look at it. That's great. Now see how I have this here? See, now I can go back. Oh, look. Now I can go back and get the other side. Just look at that. I meant to do that. I meant to do that. Wow. So neat. My living room, you should see, is just, oh, look. Could I get another one here? I bet I could. Let me see if I could get one right here and pull it. Just the hint of one, and then a strong one. Yeah, look at that. And then a strong one on the other side. There we go. Oh. Oh my. Look. Look. Just look at that. Gorgeous. You can't even see that. Let's see what we get. And you get that in the middle. Let me do this one. How will I do it? I'll just do it again. Oh, I had a bonus. So cool. Get in here. Woo! You are now entering my private play time. I almost forgot I was recording. Ooh, neat. Okay, I just sprayed this with water, and I wanted to show you. I did a white one too off camera, but I wanted to show you how easy this comes off. These are baby wipes and water. And that's it. That is it. Baby wipes and water. Now, mind you, at the time of this video making, I am not in any way affiliated with Gelli Arts or any type of gel plate. I just loved the product, so just wanted to make that known. Okay, so what will you do with all these jelly plated papers once you've made them and they're dry? We've got a whole series of papers here, pattern papers, and they are gorgeous. And sometimes I think you just don't look. This my son did. Isn't that beautiful? So what would you do with it? They look pretty, but sometimes you just get stuck. Well, I'm going to show you something you can do. We're going to I'll just take these top two here. And I'm actually going to take these because maybe just by looking at them, this might be realistically how some of your jelly prints come out at first, or even after a while, and you think, oh, I don't even know what to do with them. So let me use some realistic choices. And don't forget, we have all these too. We have all of the jelly printed patterns we used, the little paper doilies, the shapes that are painted so awesome right now. So we're going to use those too. Let's use just a few pieces of paper. We use these two, and let's use 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 white, and then let's pick 2 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock and a solid color. And I knew ahead of time I was going to pick these, so I did not try to fool you in any way, but I did choose these as the solid color papers. Why, you ask? Because some of you might be thinking of choosing this color. If you're a scrapbooker, how much you want to bet you wanted to pick this color because this was in it? And that's what we do as scrapbookers. And card makers, or even scrapbookers, maybe you wanted to pick this color because this color was in it. There's nothing wrong with that. But you will have a very, very interesting look if you try to pick a solid color to bring out the hint of a color. Look, this isn't quite green. It's trying to be green, but it's not quite green. So I'm going to help our mind by jumping to that conclusion. So let's start with these, okay? Okay. We have now 2 pieces of solid color cardstock. They're each 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. Now we're gonna cut one of these jelly printed pieces. All right, so I'm gonna measure at 4 and just cut it straight down, and then again at 4 and again at 4. Okay, now the middle strip, see the middle one? I am going to, give me a pencil here. I'm going to just put an X on that one, and I'm going to set it aside. Okay. Next, I'm going to use a circle cutter. This is totally my circle cutter. I don't have circle dies right now. I have scallop ones, but I don't feel like using them. And this is that first Creative Memories circle cutter, and I am telling you what, I love it. It still works fine. I've had it for years and years and years and years. If you don't have a circle cutter, use a circle die or something like that. And we are going to cut shapes out of the remaining panels, these not middle panels. And if you don't have a circle cutter or a circle die, you could use the outside of a like a glass, or this is a dish or a bowl or something, okay, and trace around and cut it. But we're going to get some circle shapes. We're looking for circle shapes sized about 2.5 inches to about 4 inches in diameter. All different sizes. And then if you've got some extra room here on the edge, let's use let's get that out of there. Okay, just as much as we can. Oops. And we'll do the same thing with the other one. We've got all these cut out, and I threw away the scraps, and so we're gonna just put these off to the side just for a second. And with one of your 8.5 by 11 pieces of white, We're going to cut it in half lengthwise. Half is the 4 1/4 mark. Okay. And then let's cut each in half again at 6 1/4. Okay. Let me find the 6 1/4. Let's see, right here, 6 1/4. Now I've got a little square and a 6 1/4. Now with the 6 1/4, what happened to my pencil? I'm going to label this photo. Okay. And now with this other one that I just cut, I'm going to do 6 1/4 again. Okay. Now I've got 2 photo mats that are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. That is perfect for 2 4x6 photos. Okay. That's why we label them photo. We don't want to get mixed up with other blank paper. These we're going to use later. We can stamp on them or use them for other things that we're going to do later. Okay. Next, we're going to take this other full-size Gelli print and we're going to cut it right in half. It doesn't matter what your print looks like, which way you cut it, it really doesn't make any difference. So we're cutting it right in half at the 6 inch mark. Okay. We're going to cut one in half again. Let's make it this one. Just because I want to. No reason. Here is 6. So we've got 2 6x6 squares. And let's put one square at the center of each. Now here's where you can kind of be a little mindful. You know, do you want them to go like this, whatever. I'm not going to think that hard, so I'm going to mount it like that. Okay. And just eyeball the center again. Okay. Very nice. Now at this point, when I did this the first time on a practice, I thought to myself, because I could picture it in my mind that it's going to need a border. This is just for me. And so I thought, well, before I start adding stuff to the top of it, it's going to be much easier if I do my border now. So what you could do is just take a ruler if you wanted and a white pen or really any color pen you wanted and just add some faux stitching if you wanted. It doesn't have to be stitching. It could be straight lines or doodles or whatever. I like the look of this stitching, and this is who is this by? This is, a Signo Uniball white pen. That's a good white pen. I like Ranger's white pen as well. And you could just go through and do it around the whole thing. I will say that when you get to this point, when you get to the seam, go clear across the seam in the middle like that. Don't go up each page, okay? Because by going across, it creates unity in your double page spread. So we finished the stitching, and you can see it's just white pen all the way around. Okay, and that looks pretty nice. So when you get this together, you can set this aside for now, and we're going to grab the other piece of 8.5 by 11, and we're going to turn this into 2 A2 size top folding cards. So we're going to cut it in lengthwise down at the 4 1/4 mark, and then we're going to score it at the 5 1/4. Where's my scoring thing? At the 5 1/2. Okay. Or just fold in half. Okay. And you will have your 2 A2 cards that open up like this. And you can set those aside. We're going to get this piece. Now remember this piece here? Remember our X piece from earlier? Okay, well, we are going to cut this at 5 1/4. Just slide it right into your paper cutter and cut it at 5 1/4. let's see. And right here at 5 1/4. Okay, now you've got this little remaining piece. Let's cut it in half lengthwise, and I don't feel like measuring, so I'm just gonna fold it and oh, I think I could just cut it with my scissors probably. Get one good swoop. And then I want to fishtail the ends of this. Just eyeballing that, just cut a little notch. Okay, and we'll throw these out and put these little pieces to the side. Okay. And now watch what we've done with these. Look. Bam! Check that out. It fits right on the front of a card. I know it. I know. It's remarkable how we did that. Truly. Okay. Look at the cards. How fun. Next, we're going to take these circles that we did and we're going to pull back out the scrapbook pages, and we will just adhere our pieces anywhere we like on the page. Now I will say, don't do unnatural things. Like, you can put them anywhere, but think logically. If these are here, don't put half a circle here and then not finish it on the other side. Just, it confuses the eye, you know? So if you're gonna have something go off the page, have it really go off the page. And also be mindful that if these pages stood alone, would they look good if they stood alone? You see what I mean? Like that looks, if I didn't have this page with it, would this page look okay? And vice versa. This one would need another one, you see? And then when you put them together, you should have a nice composition there, okay? These are all stuck down now, and I really like the way that layout is. We've also got these pieces here. Now I did have these too, but there's so many circles already going on that I don't think I'm going to use those. And I think now would be a nice time to bring out the pink. Now see, look, here's the other thing too. I'm just imagining if we would have used pink for the background, then to add these on top with the pink already, it would be just overkill. So I've also got this piece, this big piece, which I don't know. I'm not really excited about that. What excites me here is this yellow. But I really am not excited about using all of it. Oh no, I don't want it to look that perfect. Here, let me tear it. Oh, look, I forgot there was purple underneath. That's great. Yeah, that looks nice there like that. Yeah, real good. Now I could do it like this, but don't be tempted to make them so symmetrical. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that, I think. Okay. And not one on the other side. Just to make it like that. As a matter of fact. Just to make it differently on purpose. So I'll put this one down, because it really is, there are some really awesome things you can learn from the concept of card making. It's really pretty exciting. Oops. I love that we've created our own little embellishments along the way. That's very exciting. There. Okay, and I guess I'll put him down. Okay, good. Oh, I like the way that folds up. That looks neat. Now we're gonna have to make some decisions. And I'm talking about our photos. Remember we had these here? Now, you may make this kind of page or this kind of layout and you may already have photos in mind. If that's the case, I mean, I don't know if your photos that you have in mind are this way or this way or this way, whatever. But you can make some decisions now of where those photos are gonna go. If you wanna do it like this and like this. Whatever. Okay. Also, you can also keep in mind that even if you don't have, if you have more than 2 photos, for example, like let's say you have 4 photos and they all go this way. Well, you can do them like, I keep a couple photos just on hand for such a time as this. Look, now I could put, I have room for photos right here and 2 that would go this way, you see? But I'd want to line them up in my mind, line these mats up like this. Now if I have 2 that go, let's say you see what I mean? And then I'd pull these away and adhere these 2 mats down. And then when I get where I'm going, I could go, I think you'll see it better if I put actual photos in there. Okay, like this. And then, let me see here. Okay, like a photo here on that mat and then a photo here on that mat. You see how it goes? That's very nice. See, that'd be a really nice page, just like that. But again, it depends on how your photos go. Maybe you don't have 4, maybe you only have 2, and you want to go like this, and that would be fine too. They're your pages. I love the way these circles are. I love the way that is. So if that's the case, I mean, you could do it like this and put photos like this and like this, right? It doesn't make one bit of difference. Maybe you have photos that go like this. Maybe you want to go a matted one top and bottom like this, and then you want to make sure you add, you know, 2 more just for because, you know, here and here like this. See? So then your mat, you'd take these, the hold away ones, and you'd put your photo mats right there. You see? It just depends. You have 2 nice photo mats and areas where you could mat other photos. So next we're going to actually put these off to the side. Let's get our cards back out, and we're going to cut, if you have a shape die, I have a stitched like a rectangle die, and it measures about, the piece ends up to be about 2.5 by 3 3/4. And what we're going to do is cut shapes from 2 shapes from here. This is the leftover jelly plate piece, and we're going to finish making these 2 cards here that we started. But you can be creative now if you have a die, or even if you want to just use your scissors or a paper trimmer or something. You can choose. Now you see how the card looks, the base. So I don't have to just go and use this edge if I don't want to. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to cut a die cut piece from here and I really like the way that corner looks. And then one from here. And I'll use the rest of it elsewhere, maybe on the scrapbook page or something. But for this, I think I'm going to just use this pattern. I like that. So I'm going to die cut 2 pieces, and then in the meantime, when I do that, then I'm going to find some ribbon. And I found this and I thought would be neat. Look at this neat ribbon, and it's kind of like a gradient, like a rainbow gradient. And I thought it would be neat because this is kind of like, you know, a psychedelic type pattern. So I went ahead and did one, and I cut the pieces out. When I went to mount it on this card, I actually thought that, you know what it needed was another just border, like just one more piece. And I had I have one of those nesting dies. So I thought, well, I didn't want to get into these 2 squares that we had, because we saved these white squares for stamping, and I didn't want to bust out a whole new piece of white. So do you know what I did is I just used the back of, this is where I cut the pieces from. This is where I cut, you know, my pieces from. But then because I just needed one more white, I just turned it over. And I thought, oh well, because I like the texture and I actually like this little bit of paint. So that's just a suggestion. don't forget that if you just need one more piece, you could use the back. Don't feel pressure to always, always, always use the painted side. I mean, that's why we paint it, but still, sometimes you just need something quick. So since I cut this, then what I'm gonna do is just put a little adhesive on the back and wrap the ribbon. This is beforehand. I don't know what, let me see. I want to make sure I have the colors that I want around it, like that. And just wrap it around like that. Okay, and snip off the end. And now I can go like this. It's such a cheat, you know, because we're not doing all the work of tying an actual bow. You can. I've done it before. I think I did it in another video. It's cute. But sometimes you just don't feel like it, or sometimes that's not the look you want. I don't know. The other way. There we go. And that's fine. It doesn't matter if it looks like that or like that. It really doesn't matter to me. So I did go through and finish those cards, mounted them both. I like the look of that extra panel behind. And now I've got one of these extra squares from earlier, and just a little simple stamp that says thank you so much, and it's by Stampin' Up. And I'm using archival ink by Ranger, and just being real simple here to stamp it. And let's see if I can get it better this way. Punch out the panel, or the sentiment, and yeah, I'll do that. That's a Distress Oxide fossilized amber. That would look good. Just go boom, 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 and ink the edges just that quick around the sentiment. And I could do it for both. I'll do that one in a minute. And with some more of this foam, I'll just grab just a scrap piece. Let me grab a pink piece so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay. And just pop that up. Just like this. Look. That looks so great. And here's the cool thing. We'll do the same on this one too. Look. That's nice. Now, of course, it needs something, but here's where you can add, you know, I don't know if you have glossy accents or jewels or beads or whatever. I might just go through and, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of adding this. Look at that. Fits so perfectly with, or a butterfly or something. No, definitely like this with one of these right here. That looks great. It looks like we took so much time to make that card, and all it was using the extras that the Gelli papers, ribbon, a sentiment, and the extras that we used to make the Gelli prints in the first place. Now, of course, you could go back in and add a little jewel here, or some little, you know, enamel dots or whatever, some crystal drops, whatever. Or you could just leave it like that. It's fine. Oh, yay, that looks nice. We'll do the other one too, and then we'll finish up our scrapbook pages. I'm back with the scrapbook pages to finish those up, and I have the rest of my painted die cuts and these two notched pieces from earlier that we made, with these fishtail pieces that we made from earlier. And I'm just going to embellish as I feel the need. So I was thinking that this, I mean, I'll add more of these behind it after the fact, but look at that right there. Honestly, look at that right there. Look, and look, it matches this. But of course it matches, because when we were Gelli printing, we were using all the same things. Remember, we would do a pull and then change it out. So you're creating all these coordinated things, and you don't necessarily even mean to. I'm thinking that I'm going to put this notched strip, or this fish-tailed strip. I think I like that, like right there, maybe. and maybe the other one. Maybe the other one I like right here, maybe. I don't know. Now we could certainly use those on the cards if we wanted. We don't have to. I'm going to add some of these other butterflies. And like I said too, I'll go back, you know, oh, look at the butterfly here. And then wouldn't it be great to add like, I want to make sure I'm not doing them all funny. You know, one there. And then maybe one here. Whoops. Like maybe, you know, yeah, like that. And then maybe another final flower. Okay, so you get the idea that we're just going to continue to add. And it looks like we're doing something really major. And we're really just adding the stuff that we already did. Doesn't that look great? We have these pieces of ribbon left over when we use the cards. You know, we could tuck one under somewhere or tie it around somewhere, you know. I had these letters and they are, goodness, I guess they're by Fiskars. Oh, Heidi Grace Designs. Scrapbooking letters, and they're nice big chipboard letters. And you know, you could put your title for your page here. You could put it like vertically here. You could put a, oops, what is this? You could put a small title here. Okay. As a matter of fact, this looks pretty good. Okay. And I know it might be hard to see with the double page spread, but there's the left side and there's the right. I adjusted my picture so you could see it a little bit closer up. Okay. Like that. I did this before. Oh, and then these were the cards as we finished them. Okay, with our jelly prints. I did find some bling in there, just a little sticker, like a bling 3D sticker. I thought that looked good. Close-ups will be available on my blog at sandpaperroad.com, and I will put a link in the description box. This is what I did the first time. This was my practice round with the other jelly prints that we did from earlier. It's the same thing, I just didn't use that extra one. And I did a Scent with Love with the ribbon, a gray ribbon. And you probably recognize these prints that we did from earlier. And for the scrapbook pages that I did, it was the exact same thing. Oh no, I did it this way. Yeah, I did it this way. And because I'd forget, I put one of the circles in the middle as a cue to help me line it up. But it's the same pattern, and here's the right side. Here's the cutout. Here's the title letters. I used the butterfly, the exact same thing. The lace you can see underneath. And then here's the left. Okay. Same thing, circles. Here's the notched pieces, the lace, the washi tape, everything. It's the exact same thing, but with different prints. Now they look, I mean, of course we know because we were involved the whole process, but can you imagine doing Christmas pages, birthday pages, baby pages, whatever, and I could choose to add more pictures in the middle if I want to. That's if I want to. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video on how to use your jelly plate, and I hope it has given you some ideas of how to create projects in one sitting. It doesn't take that long if you just, you know, use what you have. I guess just don't be afraid to use what you have, I suppose. I'm really interested to see how your makes turn out. So feel free to leave comments and check out Sandpaper Road on Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook. And you can go to sandpaperroad.com to shop and to see detailed close-ups on my blog. If you want direct shopping, Sandpaper Road is on Etsy.com as well. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. I really appreciate all my subscribers. And just really appreciate all of you. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you had a great time. And can't wait to see what you make with your jelly plate. Okay, until next time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.